Cabbage seeds. I hope that package is closed. Alrighty. Well, hello there, good people. Hi, it's Jason here with Green Country Agroforestry out here on what is today, the 4th of February? Yeah, February 4th, with my Warren hoe in my house slippers. It stopped raining just a little while ago, so I figured now is a good time as any to take this. This is some Chinese cabbage. Now we're going to go ahead and just come right along here where we've got our canna lilies. These are the cannas? Yeah, canna lilies planted here. I have a double row of cannas, Canacia indica purpura. They're going to be coming up here not too long from now, but in between now and then, there's not going to be a whole lot going on down here at the ground level. So during this early portion from spring into early summer, we're going to go ahead and have something growing here that we can harvest and take up as the canna come up and fill in that space. So that's going to be that Chinese cabbage. It's an annual. It's a short season annual, maybe about 50 days or so, 50, 60 days before it's ready to go. And the cannas are just barely going to be jumping up by that time. So here we go. Let's go ahead and just make a little furrow here. We'll only have to get these planted a ½ inch deep. And we're using the Warren hoe to make a furrow, just like so. About a ½ inch deep. There's a stop to one of those cannons. There's another stop. So this is right in the middle of where that line of cannas is going to be popping up. Now, I've previously gone through here and worked the soil with a broad fork, so I don't need to do any loosening. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and take these cabbage seeds and just put a few down. And I'm dropping maybe 1 or 2 every 2 or 3 inches. Now, this cabbage likes to form very loose heads, and it's better for doing things like kimchi and stir fry. It's a bit like a oversized pop tray. Really just firmed up. Look at that. Quick and easy. And there we go. Now here, whenever these come up, we'll come through, we'll thin them out, and that's going to give us close to about 20 cabbages, I suppose. It's not a lot, but hey, we're not really suffering for lack of a diverse diet here. So just a little bit of cabbage is fine. By the time we get done eating those, we'll have flowers on the daylilies, and we'll be eating daylily flowers. These are growing out here in our food forest, unattended. Egyptian walking onion, Cepa allium proliferum. All right, so this is one plant last year that fell over and top set started, and they grew from that point. And they formed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from that cluster there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll let that cluster grow out. This is one cluster. Until they get bigger, then we'll divide them. 13. 14. 15, 16. 17, 18, 19. These get to be about 3, maybe 3.5 foot tall. About as big around at the base as my thumb. They're good most of the year. 20, 21, 22. You just clip off the greens as you need them. Some of these tiny ones, sometimes it's better just to leave the clump and then divide it later. Yeah. We have 34 there. I gotta go transplant these somewhere else. Alright. Tell you what, get a few of these. GreenCountryAgriforestry.com. And in no time at all, you will have a lifetime supply of onions. You're never going to run out. You never run out. So here we go. Let's start putting these guys down. We're just going to put them down about the same intervals as the cabbage, about 3 or 4 inches apart. There we go. The difference between this is the cabbage is an annual. We're going to harvest it about the time that the about the time that the canna lilies start getting up. And the walking onion is a perennial, and we leave it in the ground for as long as we want. For as long as we want. It just keeps making more onions. How do you make more onions? Just like this, guys. This is exactly, oh, that's what I'm going to eat for breakfast. Just exactly like this. This is how you make an infant supply of onions. You start out with a pack of 12 of these from GreenCountryAgriforestry.com. And you let them grow. That's about all there is to it. Whenever you need fresh green onions, snip, snip. And if you need more onion, if you need some of the root, whenever these get big, like I said, they'll be about as big as the base of my thumb. Go ahead and harvest the entire thing. There'll be about 3 or 4 foot of onion up there. Most of the stalk at that point will be kind of tough. I wouldn't use it for green onion, but it's great for cooking down for onion stock, for soups and stews and stuff. Get in there. Popping up. Just like this. There you go. All right. Woohoo! Well, this is fun. Yeah, here's a couple I planted just before it started raining. Okay. So now I've got a big long line of onions here. I've got a big long line of cabbage right behind it. Big long line, double line of canna coming up after that. We don't really eat the flowers. They are edible, but they're going to get really tall. And when they get tall, we're going to have vines come up. We'll plant the vines here in a little bit too. Vines that come up, we climb up into the pecan tree. When the vines are in the pecan tree, all I have to do, when the pecans are ripe, is shake the vines and it drops the nuts. I get all the nuts. I don't have to worry about waiting for them to just fall when the wind blows. It's a pretty good thing to know, because pecan trees, after about 15 years, are going to make about 50 pounds of quality protein for you every year, going up by about 3 pounds a year from there. Well, all right, guys, this has been fun, but the battery's getting low, and I'm going to have to swap it out here pretty soon. I've got time for one more. This is fennel. I planted this in one of the raised beds out back, grew it out last year. This is a perennial plant, so this is a root that grew out last year. It looks already green this time of year, early in spring. I'm going to put it in right over here. Right here. Right here. Here's a good spot. All right, let's get this thing out here. Dig out. That's pretty soft. We want to get all those pieces as far down as they want to go. Not crowd them too much. Just like that. Hey, you've been watching Green Country Agroforestry. I'm Jason. I hope you found this video informative or entertaining. And if you did, you know what to do. I'll catch you next time. Until then, get out there and get growing.